Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Drive-Thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pick Dawgz and a Sports Chat Place YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get your bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the Drive-Thru, Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time, deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pick Dawgz and Sports Chat Place. Let's take a peek at who'll be on the show for today. All right, we got Ninos with us, Alex Smart, has been on fire, Chris Ruffolo, Millz Young, doing great work over at Pick Dawgz, as is Tony Brown. It's NBA is back, and so is James Clark. And Big Al McMordie is with us here. This is how they're going to line up for today. We've got Smart, McMordie, Brown, and Ninos, Young, Ruffolo, Clark, and then I will close this one out. All right, Ninos, let the NBA begin.
Yeah, the NBA is back on track, and we're ready for it. I mean, I'm still focusing on that college hoops because, Tony, like we said, the conference tournaments start up next week. But we were always ready for the NBA to return. I think NHL on course as well. So tons of action for you guys tonight as well as coming up on the weekend.
Yeah, lots of picks tonight from the NBA. So let's get it started. Let's go ahead and welcome Alex Smart to the show. If I'm over at Pick Dawgz, he'll be looking at a college hoop game tonight. Alex, how's it going?
Good. Yeah, we're looking at some college hoops tonight. We've got these very consistent teams that we're going to focus on: Maryland and Indiana. And I'll tell you, Indiana has gone into a real tailspin lately. They've lost 5 straight games. It was a great start. Everything looked good, and that's the way it's been in Indiana. Poor Hoosiers fans are really suffering these days because just when they thought they had a special team, things have fallen apart lately. Maryland, on the other hand, is a team, of course, that doesn't have a lot of consistency either, and you just don't know when they're going to pull out an A game out of their butts. And they've taken out Illinois this year. They've they took out Rutgers at Rutgers. Rutgers, their home court advantage is amazing. So that was a big win. Now they're off 2 wins against Purdue and Nebraska, playing good basketball, very, very good chemistry. All of a sudden, are they going to pull out a skunker? Well, I don't know. Indiana, I think, is is a team that's in more trouble. And I know they're desperate, and I know they're here at home, but that hasn't made much of a difference because if I'm looking at this correctly, they've lost 3 straight home games, right? So
they've lost 5 straight overall. Yep.
Yeah, I'm looking for Maryland to make it close enough to cover, no matter what, just because of Indiana's struggles.
All right, we've got Alex here, Maryland plus the 7 against Indiana. All right, Chris. Yeah, Indiana's their issues this year. They defend well, but it's been the shooting for the Hoosiers.
Yeah, that was part of the reason why they collapsed in that overtime game against Ohio State. It looked like it was all Indiana, and then Ohio State took over in overtime. I'm not a Maryland fan by any stretch, but I think 7 points in the Big Ten can be too many, especially between middling teams like this. And Rob Finney, point guard for Indiana, still banged up. And with Maryland having Fats Russell in the lineup and a couple of bigs in the front court, I think they can keep this one close, if not give themselves a chance to win it outright. So I'll take Maryland plus the points here as well.
Yeah, all agreement consensus here. Maryland plus 7 against Indiana. This one will have a start time 7 Eastern time. This one will be on Fox Sports 1. All right, Alex, let's take a look here at Pick Dawgz. We've been on fire. We've talked about this since November. 1,624 units of profit for 2022. 7 NBA on the board. Lots of college hoops and hockey. What do you have going on over at Pick Dawgz Premium?
Well, we banged out some college basketball profits yesterday after a little bit of a downturn, and sort of turned it around really quickly. Just so many value lines on board yesterday, and there was a few more today. So join me for some college basketball tonight, and we're back with the NBA again. So ready to make some profits, guys, and let's get ready for a conference tournament, March Madness, and the eventual national champion here in April. And let's cross our fingers. I'll do a lot of work for you. Let's make some profit.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Alex Smart over at Pick Dawgz Premium. You see the numbers here: 1,624 units of profit for 2022, showing profit last 7 days, coming off a monster day yesterday. Of course, over at Pick Dawgz Premium. Alex also showing profit this year in the NBA, coming off a really good NFL season as well. So action on board here from the NBA, a 3-pack from Alex from the NBA. He has he has a 3-pack as well as college hoops, but better bet, why don't you get that long-term pass from Alex, that 30-day all-sports pass, every play from Alex for 30 days. That will take you right into the Elite 8 of the NCAA tournament. Of course, all those conference tournaments that begin on Monday, as well as all his NBA and NHL for 30 days. That 30-day all sports pass is your best value over at Pick Dawgz Premium. You can add a second capper with a 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Alex, as always, great having your show. Continue that success, and we'll talk with you next week.
Have a great weekend, guys. Take care.
You too as well. Alex Smart here on The Drive, too. Let's continue on here with Chris. Let's go ahead and welcome Big Al McMordie to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dawgz, where, again, he's doing fantastic work over there. Let's go bring him in right now. Al, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you guys doing today?
Oh, doing great. Doing great. All right, we go to the NBA tonight here at 10 Eastern time. The Sacramento Kings to host the Nuggets. The Nuggets road favors of 4, total 234.5.
Yeah, one of the things I like to do as we come out of the All-Star break, it's my belief that any momentum a team had going into the All-Star break is lost. So you've got a lot of teams that are on win streaks coming out of the All-Star break, but you might as well throw those win streaks in the trash. One of those, for example, is the Denver Nuggets. They come into this game, they're off that upset win over Golden State to end the first half. They've now won 3 in a row. Sacramento, of course, has lost 2 in a row. But when you take a look at how NBA teams do in their first game after the break, if they're off back-to-back wins and their opponent is not off back-to-back wins, the teams off back-to-back wins are 73 and 102 ATS going back to 1990. So that doesn't bode very well for Denver here. Denver also historically is not a very good team on the road off an ATS win. They're 49 and 80 in that situation. I'm going to take the points with the home dog Sacramento Kings and look for Sacramento to snap its 2-game losing streak.
All right, so Big Al here will be on the Kings plus the 4 against the Denver Nuggets. I'm going to ask you this, Al. I've heard a lot of talk here past several seasons about, well, you play unders when these teams come back from the All-Star break. I don't know if you looked up that data here in recent seasons.
Take me a second.
Here we go again.
I'll tell you what believe it or not, I have a saved set of the first game after the break, so it'll just take me a second just to pull it up. I'll tell you what the record is. Nobody has the data I have. Okay.
That's right. Big Al has the greatest. Game.
Because God forbid let Tony prepare everybody for this.
So what's interesting is what you said. It's actually the complete opposite.
There we go.
Did you say to take the overs or to take the unders?
No, the talking here around the chatter on some of the other shows, those radio shows, is under because the teams have been break. They're not gonna be sharp. It's
so in other words, they were just saying to take the under without knowing what the data was. They
had seen this. The data was great for 1 year. I think this was probably about 5 or 6 years ago. And they kind of go off that memory, what happened about 6 years ago when the unders were hitting off the All-Star break, and they repeat what happened several years ago.
I mean, I'm looking. I don't see. There's 1 year in 2019 where anyway, here's the record for 32 years. I don't see anything recently where the unders had any kind of domination. The record is it goes over the total 458 to 396 with 14 pushes.
Wow. Okay. All right. There you go.
Anything else? Well, I have the save set up here.
Let's go ahead and ask Chris.
I'll go with whatever Al just said because I do like the over here. I think this is going to be a high scoring game. Defense, they say what is it? Old habits die hard, and Sacramento Kings, a lack of defense has been the MO for the Kings for much of the season. And Denver, well, they're still banged up, but I still think they can score. And I think Sacramento comes alive offensively as well here. I can see a game that gets them to the 240s.
Well, since you got it up there, Alex, I'll ask you about favorites. How favorites done coming off the break?
First game after the break, favorites are 227 and 224 a wash. Underdogs 198 and 204. Home teams. Basically, what I mentioned. You want to avoid teams off back-to-back wins. Basically,
okay.
I mean that's the starting point from coming out of the All-Star break is go against the quote-unquote hot teams.
Go against the hot teams. And you got it there. Big Al here on Sacramento Kings plus 4 against the Denver Nuggets. This one will have a start time here of 10 Eastern time. You can watch it over on NBA League Pass channel. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dawgz Premium tonight. Big Al showing great work here in college hoops, approaching 1,000 units of profit. We got a lot of college basketball on the board as well as NBA and hockey. What do you have going on over at Pick Dawgz Premium?
A lot today. We had one play yesterday. We won with Army against Bucknell. Today we've got 12 plays. We've got one in hockey, we've got our NBA underdog of the month in the NBA. Then we've got 10 plays in college basketball. We have a 5-game package, a 3-game package, and then we have a Big Ten game of the month. And then I also have, I think, my Ohio Valley Conference game of the week. So it's a very good card, all across the board, college basketball, NBA, NHL. So folks should team me up with one of the other champion handicappers here under the 2-for-1 handicapper special. And double your pleasure on this Thursday.
That's right, guys. Again, I'm board with Big Al McMordie over at Pick Dawgz Premium. You see the numbers here in college hoops. 910 units of profit, all document. Go to Pick Dawgz Premium. Go to Big Al's profile page. Just scroll down to Pick History. When you click that, you can see all the plays fully documented. Big Al also showing a profit for this year. Last 30 days coming off a winning day as well. Actually, past 7 days showing profit. Long-term pass is the way to go because Big Al has a lot of action up there tonight from the NBA to NHL as well as college hoops. You can get on board with those plays, or if you'd like, just get that one. What'd you say?
No, I'm sorry. I know you're like Mr. Smooth, and I'm interrupting you here.
No, go right ahead.
I think was it you or was it Chris who asked me a question yesterday where the information was wrong, and now this. Like, where do you read this? Is it at similar places, different places? Like, where did you pick up this comment that someone thought that the unders were better than the overs?
I hear some radio shows that stream out of Las Vegas.
Do you know exactly which ones? Like. I mean, again, it's a running theme in this industry. There's a lot of people I think I talked about with you or with Mitch a few months ago. Doug Kazarian. I watched him for the first time a few months ago, and he's a talking head on ESPN on this daily wager show, and he spouts off this stuff that's completely false. It's wrong, and he's spouting off like ranked underdogs cover the spread against unranked favorites in college basketball. It's actually not true. It's 50-50. And actually the unranked favorites the ranked underdogs are now on a 10-0 win streak lately. But, then there was a few months ago, a guy was talking about how, West Coast teams travel out on the East Coast in the NFL and don't do well. And of course, that's a myth. So you get a lot of these myths in the sports betting arena with people who don't have the data and they just, hey, it sounds good to them. So they just think it's true.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. I hear it on some of these shows that stream out of Vegas, that stream out of different parts of the country, and are on XM satellite radio as I drive. That's what I listen to, right? So I hear these numbers. I keep in mind. I'm going to write them down and ask you because we get the right answer when we ask Big Al. No one beats his database.
Are they call-in shows? Like, can you actually call in and say, "Hey, your data's wrong"?
Never. Those shows are never call-in. The sports betting shows are never. That hasn't changed since back in the day.
Crazy.
No one. There's only one guy there's only one man who took a call and he's now deceased. Anyway,
who was that?
That was the Meat Man back in the day. I don't remember. It was a crazy guy.
Well, Larry Ness took calls.
Yeah.
Larry Ness, he did a show out of Bally's in maybe 1993. I actually called, this is before I became friends with Larry Ness. I actually was living in Charlotte at the time, and I called him as he was doing his talk show out of Bally's in 1993.
Oh, wow. Nice.
Anyway, I'll let you guys go.
All right, guys, get on board with Big Al's big long-term passes, 30-day all sports pass. Every play from Big Al for the next 30 days includes his college hoops. That'll take you right into the Elite Eight, all his NBA and NHL as well. Add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion, even greater value there. All right, Big Al, as always, great having you on the show. These have been great discussions here. Look forward to them next week.
Okay, thanks, guys. Good luck to you all.
You got it, Big Al McMordie here on The Drive. So let's continue on here with Chris. Actually, we're going to let you know. Be sure to subscribe to our channel. Free picks every single day. Of course, it all gets started here with the morning show at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. It's Mitch with the 7 picks in 5 minutes. And, of course, then Mitch and Joe Madden co-host a sports betting picks show, which covers odd moves, line moves, covers also gives out picks on that show. So be sure to tune in. Of course, we've got the soccer show. We got the Puck and Crazy show, which is hockey show. And then we're here Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, we always ask for your help. Help us build our audience, Chris, with those likes, those thumbs up. They really help us out.
Absolutely, Tony, they do, because at the end of the day, without the support, the love of the Pick Dawgz family, the people that watch these videos, that watch our live shows, that show up so that we can give you guys some winners, well, you're the ones we do this for. So thank you guys for the love and support. Keep them coming in because, like I said, with your support, we're only going to get bigger and better in 2022. Show you guys how much we appreciate it. We're going to do a big like goal today. 175 likes. I know it's more than the normal 150, but I got 2 plays for you guys tonight, a college hoops play and an NHL play. I wish I could have went in and put it. Call it my VIP level plays for tonight. 175 likes will get those for you. We're at 41 likes right now. Got some work to do, but we'll get you there once we get to 175 likes.
All right, let's keep those likes, those thumbs up coming in. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. Let's go ahead and welcome our man Tony Brown to show. Find him over at Pick Dawgz from where he does fine work. Tony, how you doing?
Tony is very. How you guys doing out there?
We're doing well. I like your pose there, giving us a real. You got a little frozen image there, but it's okay. We got your sound. It's fine. All right, here we go, Tony Brown. We're going to look at a game tonight between the Flames. You're looking at hockey tonight, Flames and Canucks. Let's see the frozen Tony. We're gonna turn the heater on. Maybe we get some sound out of him. All right, Tony. Oh, there you go. You're back. There you go.
Can you see me now?
I can see you now.
Okay. I said I want to go with the Flames in this one, and we're going to go with the Canadians to keep that, the Calgary Flames to keep that trend alive.
All right, we got Tony Brown here on record with the Calgary Flames playing the 155 against the Canucks. All right, Chris, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, it's a bit of a steep price, but it's one of those things I think where you have to kind of keep riding the hot hand until it stops paying off because the Flames have shown no sign of letting up, and the Flames, their winning ways have only started picking up at home. They've always been a consistent road team for much of the season, and the Canucks, they're a great team. Tempting to get plus money with them at home, but like I said, you got to keep riding the Flames, I think, until the hot hand stops paying off.
All right, here on the Flames, laying 155 against Canucks. This one has a start time 10 Eastern time over on NHL Center Ice Package. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dawgz, where you are just knocking it out of the fence here in the NHL. 2,540 units of profit, all documented over at the site, coming off from a good NFL season as well. All right, Tony, we got the NBA back with 7 games. Your Lakers in action tomorrow, but tonight we got 7 games as well as college hoops and NHL. What do you have going on over at the site?
Night out packing. Just before I go, I just want to say I was totally kidding. That was just some tongue in cheek.
All right. We're having some sound issues there, Tony. You're just checking in and out a little too much, but I'll let everybody know to get your long-term pass because we're getting your sound's cutting in and out. I get on board with Tony Brown with one of his long-term passes. He does have NBA and college hoops there on the board tonight. That VIP pass, that All Sports Pass, that 30 All Sports Pass will get you all of Tony's plays here for the month, including all his NHL, NBA, and college hoops. Get on board with Tony Brown for that 1 month here over at Pick Dawgz Premium. All right, let's continue on here. Show with Chris. Chris, where do we sit with our like goal?
So we're making some progress. We got 65 likes right now, 149 people watching. So we're almost at that point in the show where if everybody that clicked the like button, you'd get those 2 plays for tonight's action. Remember, 175 likes for tonight's show will get you 1 college hoops play that I absolutely love for tonight's action, as well as a late move NHL play, 2 plays that I wish I could go back in and put as premium plays, but only 175 likes will get you there. We need about 105 more, but we got plenty of time.
105. Keep the likes coming. Let's continue on. We're going to go over to the Skype world and bring in Ninos to the show. You'll find him over at Pick Dawgz Premium, where he does fantastic work. See his numbers been high in the NHL. He also contributes to many of the shows here on the network, as well as the Puck and Crazy Show, and you can catch him on the weekends. Let's bring in Al right now. Al, what's happening?
Going pretty good here. How are you, Tony?
Doing well. All right, here we go. Tonight at 8 Eastern time, Thunder to host the Suns. The Suns up to a 10.5-point favorite, total 219.5.
Yes, they are coming into this game after the All-Star break here. Thunder lost their last game before the break by 8 to the Spurs. Oklahoma was in a tough spot tonight against one of the hottest teams in the league going into the break. But the Thunder have been pretty competitive at home, where they're just 9-19 straight up. But 14-8-4 against the spread as home dogs. Phoenix on the other side, they've traveled pretty well, going 22-5 straight up and 13-8 ATS as road favorites, but will be without one of their main guys. Chris Paul's out with a thumb injury, and I don't know if I want to be laying double digits without one of my best three players. So I'm taking the points here to keep it competitive at home, and getting 10.5 points I think is way more than we need. So I'll take the points here.
All right, Big Al. I'm sorry, little Al. Al Ninos, Oklahoma City Thunder plus 10.5 against the Phoenix Suns. All right, Al. Looking at this one, it's hard not to argue this one. Only you got Gilgeous Alexander back in the lineup for OKC, but without Dort, Jerome Muscala, Robinson, Erlen Williams, therefore the Thunder front end of it back to back as well. But Gilgeous Alexander is interesting because you got to wonder if they put him on a minutes restriction.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. He usually tends to go all out when he plays, so I don't know. I think he should be okay, and you never know with those, especially these days. Can't be too careful, I guess, with your star player. But as long as he's on the court, I think he does enough to keep his team in the game.
Yeah, one thing I will say about the Thunder, they have focused on defense, and for the month of February, they are giving up just 108 points per 100 possessions. Net rating still minus 5.5, but you got a big line here of 10.5, and with taking the points over the OKC at home. OKC Thunder plus 10.5 against the Suns. This one will have a start time 8 Eastern time. You could watch this one over on NBA League Pass channel. All right, now let's take a look over at Pick Dawgz Premium. We'll see what you have on for today. As you're doing really pretty good work here over at the site. As we can see here, you've got 1,540 units of profit in the NHL that is documented. Also showing profit here in the NBA, approaching 800 units of profit there as well. We've got seven games from the NBA, NHL, and lots of college hoops. What do you have going on over at the site?
I got a 3-pack in the NBA, 3-pack in the NHL, and my best bet in college basketball. So you can get whatever you like if you're just into one sport, but if you want them all, you should probably go get a long-term pass or pair me up with the other favorite capper.
That's right, guys. I get on board with Al Ninos over at Pick Dawgz Premium. You see the numbers, 1,540 units of profit, all documented. Visit his profile page, scroll down to pick history. You can see all the plays fully documented, as well as his picks from the NBA that are showing good profit as well. Tonight, he's got plays up there from the NBA, a 3-pack from the NHL. He likes to put together an alpha dog with his best bets together in passes here. He's got that up there as well. But again, the long-term pass is the way to go. He's got seasonal passes as well. NBA season pass, NHL season pass, all of El Ninos' premium picks from those sports for the remainder of the season, including playoffs. So get on board with El Ninos over at Pick Dawgz Premium. El, is always great having your show. Continue that success. We'll talk with you again tomorrow, but I also know you contribute to that Puck and Crazy show.
That's right. If you missed it, go back and take a peek after you're done watching the show tonight. We're on at 3:30 Eastern every weekday, so check that out.
All right, check it out at 3:30 Eastern time. We get Al's picks from NHL. Check them out today. Go back and watch the replay, and you can check them out again tomorrow live. All right, Al, have a great night. We'll talk again tomorrow.
All right, have a good one.
All right, Al Ninos here on the drive-thru. Chris rejoins. Chris, where do we sit on the like goal?
I'm telling you, we're making some progress. 200 people watching, 96 likes. But you know what that means? We are now officially at the point in the show where if everybody that was watching just click that like button, you guys are already here. It doesn't cost you a cent. We already have enough likes to reach our goal where you'll get a college hoops play for tonight's action, as well as an NHL play, 2 plays I wish I could have gone in and put in as late premiums. But that's fine. You guys will get them here on the drive-thru. But only at 175 likes, we needed 75 more.
Yep, we'll get to Chris's. Chris does give out a free pick on the show, and then these are additional picks that you get with the like goal from Chris. And sometimes we also have some of the cappers that splash the pot. So we do have James Clark on the show tonight. You just never know. You never know. So just keep the likes coming in. Let's continue on here on the drive-thru. One of our newest cappers on the show is Millz Young. You find him over at Pick Dawgz Premium, where he's just doing fantastic work. Millz, what's happening?
How's everybody doing out there today?
Well, we're doing great. We're doing great. All right, we're going to get a player prop from you from this game between the Pistons and Cavaliers with the start time top of the hour. Looks like we're having a little issue there, Millz, with your sound.
Yes, sir. All right, so got a player prop I really like, Evan Mobley. Averaging 14.9 points on the season right now. 26.5 from the 3-point. Let me.
All right, looks like we had an issue there with Millz's connection. We'll go back to Millz in a little bit. We did get the play, but we'll get back to it in just a second. Let's move on forward with the show, and then we'll see if Millz can get his connection back. Let's continue on here with the drive-through. Chris, you're up next with your pick, so let's go ahead and put up the game information right now. As we're ready, as we'll switch gears here as Millz tries to improve on his connection. So let's get the game up here for you. Looks like we're going to college hoops with this one at 9:30 Eastern time. Oregon will host UCLA over on ESPN. UCLA laying 3, total 138.5.
Yeah, Tony, that they are. And, this is one of those key matchups, I think, for, conference tournament positioning. And not only that, but we're now talking about the bubble in the college basketball, the NCAA tournament. Now, Oregon, this is a team that's had their ups and downs. They are a very, I don't want to say controversial, but they're a very mercurial team. This is a team that a lot of people have different opinions on. Some people say they're overrated. Some people just say they had a bad run of form. But what you can't deny is the fact they've had success against the bigger teams this season. The Ducks 3-0 against the spread in the Big Three in the Pac-12 this season in Arizona, USC, and UCLA, including taking down UCLA earlier this season. Now, the thing is with UCLA is this is a solid team, but I still think Johnny Juzang's got to be a little bit banged up. And, now mindset is becoming an important part of capping games because, we can look at statistics and numbers throughout the course of the season. But, we saw it with Rutgers last week when I believe it was Purdue. It was either Purdue or Iowa that they beat, where the Michigan Wolverines simply needed a win, and they needed a resume-building win. And I think that's what the same place that Oregon is in tonight. We saw it with Michigan. They got the job done. I think Oregon needs a big win tonight against UCLA to really establish their resume. Currently believe they're on the next 4 out list in the latest bracketology report. And those reports are usually pretty close to being bang on. And right now, Oregon, I think, needs to do a little bit more. They've got a couple more opportunities to make some noise, as well as in the Pac-12 tournament. But just in case something happens in the Pac-12 tournament, you got to get your wins in now just so that you don't leave it to chance later on. And, I do like UCLA. I like the direction that this team is headed, but I think tonight Oregon just wants it that much more. I'm going to take the 3 points with Oregon in the spot.
All right, Oregon here plus a 3 against UCLA. It's hard to argue that one because my issues I've had with UCLA has been their 3-point shooting here in conference, especially on the road, has not been really sharp. And we've seen their performance here on the road of late. As this UCLA Bruin team has not been as sharp. Looking here at Oregon, they defended perimeter well. Of course, they did win the first meeting this one. And again, I'm with you here on the Ducks here, plus 3 against UCLA. This one will have a start time of 9:30 Eastern time, and you can watch this one over on ESPN. All right, Chris, let's take a look over at Pick Dawgz Premium tonight, where you're doing fantastic work here. Last 30 days, 870 units of profit. We got 7 games from the NBA, huge college hoops card for some NHL. What do you have going on over at Pick Dawgz Premium?
Well, I got a couple things going on tonight. I got a couple of 3-packs. Got a college hoops 3-pack that I love, as well as an NBA 3-pack welcoming the NBA back to the action tonight. That package actually has 2 sides and a prop. I don't give out many props in the premium area, but there was something that I had to give out tonight because I saw it, and I simply couldn't pass up on it. Each of those packages, $39.95. I've also got my Big South total of the year up for $39.95 as well. But guys, if you want your value, Thursday is usually the day where you can find the most value regardless of what sport you like, because right now for me, for cheaper than buying each package individually, you can get all the plays tonight as well as 2 more days of action with the 3-day pass. For an extra, I think it's $20, you can get a 7-day pass. 30 days will get you through to the Elite 8 of the March Madness, as well as all the smaller conference tournaments and the NIT, CBI, whatever. And the year pass will get you all full seasons up until this point next year. Now, you can pair me up with someone else as part of the 2-for-1 capper deal, where you'll get 2 great cappers, making you a ton of money for 1 great price. Pair me up with Tony, James Clark, Mills, Big Al, Little Al, Alex Smart. Any of us you can pair up, and we can make you some money. I also got my tournament takeout pass if you're just looking to bet college hoops. And that's up there as well for $325. It'll get you basically every play from now until they cut down the nets in April. And the bulk of my plays lately have been college basketball. So if that's one of those things that you'd like some value, definitely check that out. But only at Pick Dawgz Premium will you find it, so go check it out.
That's right, guys. I get it with Ruffolo over at Pick Dawgz Premium. You see the numbers, 870 units of profit here. The last 30 days also showing good profit. Past 7 days showing profit here. Yesterday coming off a really good winning season in the NFL. Over at Pick Dawgz Premium, as Chris was mentioning, he's got college hoops up there. Also a throwdown NBA 3-pack. A 3-pack from College Hoops. But instead of paying for these picks individually, why don't you go ahead and get one of those long-term passes right now? That 1 month all sports pass is very good value. It amounts to about $10 a day. You get all of Chris's premium plays for the next 30 days. Includes all his NBA, all his hockey, and then all his college basketball picks. Remember, the conference tournaments begin on Monday. And then we get right into the NCAA tournament a few weeks later. And this 30-day all sports pass will take you right into the Elite Eight. It's a good time to get on board with that 1 month all sports pass from Chris. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, let's continue on here with the show. Joined by Chris. Chris, where do we sit with our like goal?
Well, so we made more progress. 131 likes. Got 242 people watching. So that's more than enough people in the chat. If you all hit the like button, we'll get you the 2 VIP level plays from me during the recap. Got one NHL play and 1 college hoops play that I love. We need about 42 more likes. It's only about a fifth of you that are still watching the show. So, guys, if you haven't hit that like button, just scroll down. Doesn't cost you a cent. And we'll get you the plays during the recap.
Today's goal is 175. Keep them coming. Let's try Millz again, see if his connection got better. Millz, you there?
Yes, sir. All right. Are we a little bit better?
A little bit better. Okay, let's go ahead. You got a player prop for us.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna go with Evan Mobley over 16.5 points. He's playing the Detroit Pistons. Garland is out. LeVert is out. Detroit are allowing 132 points, 141 points, 103 points, 111 points last 4 games. Matchup against Isaiah Stewart. Last time that Mobley played the Detroit Pistons, he averaged 17 points. He played them 2 times already this season. I'm going to just keep it short and sweet. I'm on Evan Mobley over 16.5. I apologize for the bad quality right now, but Samsung's jerking me right now.
All right, we've got Millz here on Evan Mobley over 16.5 points. Chris, your thoughts?
Yeah, it's Evan Mobley, one of the many Cavaliers I think could go over their point total tonight. This Pistons team, they're improving when they have Jeremy Grant and Cade Cunningham on the floor, but this Cavs team can put up points in bunches, especially inside. I look for Mobley and Jared Allen to really overload Isaiah Stewart inside, and I think they can both go over their points and rebounds totals tonight.
And you got someone to control the ball. Remember, the Cavaliers have been decimated with injuries at point guard. Rajon Rondo is in the lineup here for them, so at least they got some ball distribution there. All right, Evan Mobley over 16.5 points. This game begins at the top of the hour between the Pistons and Cavaliers. All right, Millz, let's take a look over at Pick Dawgz Premium, where you're doing fantastic work here. 1,600 units documented in the NBA. That's all documented. Go to his profile page. Scroll down. You can see every play up there from Millz. What do you have going on over at the site?
Oh, man, come check me out today. I got my NBA play, Never Broke Again. Also got my NBA fast break cash play. Those are 2 plays that you could get separate. I advise you guys to take my 3-day or 7-day pass. Appreciate everybody that's been taking advantage of that. You guys did get the deal yesterday for, I think, a 222 special, our monthly package down to 222.20 today. Support us at Pick Dawgz. Until then, hey, let's make some money and cash these bets. And don't forget, hit that like button. It'll help you win your bet tonight.
That's right. So I get on board with Millz Young over at Pick Dawgz Premium. You see the numbers here: 1,600 units in the NBA, all documented. You can visit his profile page. They all add up. Also showing profit for the year, the past 30 days. Of course, Millz has NBA Never Broke Again bet up there on the board. Also, a couple single plays up there. He has his long-term passes. We're talking about the best values here is that 30-day all sports pass from Millz. Get all of his plays for 30 days. Amounts to about maybe $12-13 a month when you add it up. There's really good value there. All of his NBA for 30 days, as well as college hoops. Remember, we'll go right into conference tournament season next week, beginning Monday. Then that'll take you all the way to the Sweet 16 Elite 8 with that 30-day all sports pass from Millz Young over at Pick Dawgz Premium. All right, Millz, as always, great having you on the show. Continue that success. We'll tune in. I know you contribute to those shows on the weekend.
Yes, definitely. You guys can check me out on the Sunday show. Way better resetting like that. Apologize for everything. I'm coming in today. I'll make it up on Sunday for you guys. I'm giving you guys 2 plays on Sundays, man, just for the bad quality today.
You got it. Tune in 10 a.m. each time. Millz, be part of the Sunday crew. All right, Millz, have a great drive home. We'll talk soon.
Thank you.
You got it. Millz Young here on the drive to Chris. We're getting close to the like goal.
We are, Tony. 158 likes. We only need 17 more. Got 253 people watching. Just hit that like button. I keep saying it. Doesn't cost you a cent. Helps you out a ton. And like Millz said, it'll help put some money in your pocket tonight. Got an NHL play and a college hoops play. 2 VIP level plays that I wish I could go in and put as a premium selection, but you guys are going to get them for free tonight with about 14 more likes. So let's get to that like goal.
Let's get to those like goals. Let's continue the show on. As I said, the NBA is back, and so is James Clark. James Clark, we're going to drive through. James, how you doing?
Pretty good, guys. How are y'all tonight?
We're doing great. We're doing great. All right, the game tonight you'll be looking at here on the show between the Atlanta Hawks and the Chicago Bulls.
Yeah, guys, you look at these two teams, look at the Bulls, their last 7 games, or last 10 games are 7-3. Look at the Hawks in their last 10 games, they're 5-5. The Bulls are 23-13 against the Eastern Conference, and the Hawks are 17-18 against the Eastern Conference. This Bulls team was playing good, going into the All-Star break. Levine's back in the lineup tonight, which helps them. The last time they played, Levine had a big game. The Chicago beat them 130-117. But I've noticed if you watch the Bulls play, they come out slow, man. Every game they get down and they fight to come back every game. Well, tonight, I think when they go down, this Hawks team's been playing pretty good going into the All-Star break too. I think when they get down, I think the Hawks is just going to hold them there. We're getting 3.5 points here with the Hawks team that's been playing really good. I think with Levine inverted back into the lineup, I think, when a player comes back into the lineup, it kind of hurts what the team was doing. You've seen DeRozan in the last 10 games averaging 28 points. Young averaging 27 points last 10 games also. I really like the Hawks tonight with getting 3.5 points. Like I said, with Levine come back in lineup, I think they're going to struggle to get the Bulls get their routine. And the Hawks have been playing. They've been playing good, and I think getting 3.5 points with the Hawks tonight's a gift, guys.
All right, James Clark here on the Atlanta Hawks here. So you said you're taking the Hawks here with the points.
Yes, Hawks with the points.
Hawks with the points. All right, Chris, your thoughts on this one here on the Hawks?
And so you always want me to play devil's advocate at least once, so I figure probably tonight might be the night. I put in the Bulls, and I'm just going to stick with it. James is right. The Bulls tend to have to fight from behind, so if that's the way you want to go, I would maybe go first quarter or first half. But I think in the end, I think the Bulls can rally once again. I mean, for me, it's just a personal preference of the Hawks have to show me that they can really put some solid performances together on the road. And against teams with winning records, they're just 3-13 against the spread in their last 16. So I do like the Hawks. I think once they get healthy, they're going to be a team to watch if they can really get past even the play-in tournament. But I still think the Bulls probably the better team at home here. I'm still sticking with the Bulls.
Yeah, Chris looking for the Bulls. I kind of looked at the over when I saw the opening line, but now forget about it. I mean, it was at 234.5, and now it's up to 240. 240. It's our the steam chasers out there. I mean, gee, the sharp play was 234.5. So a lot of the sheep are going over in this one, James.
Yeah, they are. Because both these two teams have got some scores on the team, but 240. That's too high for me to go, but I'm like Chris, here. There's 2 ways you can bet this. I like the Hawks, like the whole game. I think they keep it close, but I look for the Bulls, like I said, to get down 8 or 10 points. They're plus 4 or 5 or 6, guys. You can jump on the Bulls, getting 5 or 6 points, and then you got the Hawks at the beginning and the Bulls when they're down. I think you can win both of them.
All right, James Clark, Hawks plus 3.5 against the Bulls for tonight's action. All right, James, let's take a look over at Pick Dawgz Prim, where you're doing fantastic work here. 1,948 units of profit in the NBA. That is all documented over at the site. I'm double-checking my numbers. It's not a mistake. And he's approaching 2,000 units of profit coming off a really championship college football season, showing profit in all leagues, showing profit here the last 30 days. Solid performance here from James Clark. What do you have going on over at Pick Dawgz Premium?
Well, guys, the NBA is back, and so is my 3-pack. I got 3 games in the NBA that I really like. Guys, we've been on fire going into the All-Star break, and I like to keep it rolling with these 3 games. After we go 3-0, guys, upgrade 3-7 or 30 days. Or like I say every time on the show, guys, we got the best cappers in the world, and we do by far. So team me up with any of them, and put some money in your pockets, fellas. But I want to let everybody know, situations going on, at work. I had a little, I don't know if you've seen it last weekend when I was on, but I tell everybody here on the week, I had a little shift change. I'm lucky to be here today. It just, got a day off to be here. But you probably ain't going to see me much until everything gets switched on the drive-through. But tune in on the weekends, guys, because I will have the time now to do the morning shows because I don't have to go into the evening. So look at that. And also, guys, I want to splash the pot tonight. Hit them thumbs up. I know we was pretty close. So let's get there. I got 3 props that I really love tonight, 3 NBA player props that I really love. So hit the thumbs up, guys, and let's get the money.
Let's get the money here with James Clark over at Pick Dawgz Premium. See the numbers, 1,948 units of profit, all documents. So if you go over to Pick Dawgz Premium, go down to Pick History, you can check out all of James's plays. They're all documented for you, so you can see all his action there. Of course, tonight over at the site, James has his 3-pack from the NBA. You can check out, get on board with that. He also has, he's got his long-term passes, a 3, 7, 30L sports pass where you get every play from James for that period of time. You select when you go to the profile page and make that purchase. But if you just want NBA picks, if you're looking for just NBA picks, James has an NBA money-making season and playoff pass right now, the rest of the season from the NBA, including postseason, all the way to the final game of the finals, $450. We're looking here, the NBA finishing somewhere middle of June, maybe late June. So you're looking at anywhere from 4 months, James, of premium picks from the NBA from you when they get that season-ending pass.
Yeah, guys, take advantage of that. Anybody took it. I started out at 500 at the beginning of the season, and as you see now, plus 1,900. We almost quadrupled it. So I look to keep it rolling, keep it going, drop it down to 450 for the rest of the season. We sell months. For $300, you're gonna get 4 or 5 months of NBA plays, for at least 4 months of NBA plays. For about $100 a month. So look at that, guys, because that's a good price, and I don't look to cool off anytime soon.
No, he was hot last year in the NBA, finishing number 2, and he's up again here, top of the leaderboards in the NBA for this season. So get on board with James Clark with that end of the season NBA pass. All right, James, great to have you on the show. Have a great night. We'll talk to you in a little bit when we do the recap.
All righty, guys. Appreciate you having me on the show. Tony was cashing some tickets tonight, and I'll see y'all in a few minutes, guys.
Few minutes here on the recap with James. All right, let's continue on. If you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap at the end of the show. James will help us out with that. All right, Chris, we got to the light goal, right? Where are they going to get when we get to the recap?
Well, for me, they're going to get college hoops play for tonight's action, as well as an NHL play, both VIP level. Like I said, plays that I wish that I could have went in and put in as premiums, but that's fine. Got to the light goal. We're going to get you guys those during the recap. And now James just splashed the pot with 3 player props. Guys, we're at 198 likes, 316 people watching. We're going to get you those plays, but if you can, just keep hitting that like button. Helps us out a ton, doesn't cost you a cent. And we're going to make it up to you guys tonight with those plays. But either way, thank you guys for the support, and keep those likes coming in.
Keep those likes coming in. We'll get to what those plays just a little bit. Let's continue on with the drive-through time for my pick. We're going to NBA here, 10 Eastern time. Trailblazers hosting the Warriors. Warriors 10.5. Total sits here at 227. I just think it's too many points. I'm going to take the Trailblazers here at plus here, the 10.5. And of course, Portland, this is a team that has really sparked since the All-Star break. Actually since the trading deadline, there's actually shown some improvement. And of course, with the Golden State Warriors, it's been the injuries to Green. Draymond Green has really made an impact. I know people will talk about Draymond Green. They look at his numbers. I think they make fun of him as, what do they call him, Chris? The single. What is this nickname that Charles called, the single guy, or the triple single guy?
Oh man, I don't remember. Yeah,
I don't remember.
He can get like a quintuple single. Like he can have like 9 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks or whatever. But he can't get like over 10.
Triple single, the triple single, right? The triple
yeah, that's
single.
Probably the cheeseburger. That's probably the burger that he ate before the game.
Yeah, that's what it is. But anyway, you know what? He does make an impact for the team defensively, down low, and he's a rim protector. As I've been noticing these Warriors games without Green in the lineup, teams are just going right to the basket on them, and they're not getting much resistance at all, the opposing teams. That's why we've seen the Warriors this month, 22nd in defensive efficiency, giving up 116 points per 100 possessions. When you're giving up that many points, there's no way you can lay double digits. I know Portland went through it. They lost some players during the trading deadline, but I think they've got enough here just to stay within this number, Chris.
I'll tell you, they've galvanized their team. I mean, it's almost like Portland's coming together, knowing that a lot of these players are almost like the island of misfit toys, where it's just like they feel like, I don't know, a bit of a chip on their shoulder, a bit of like an outcast mentality. You know, like it or not, since Klay Thompson's come back into the lineup, I know he was out of the game for 2 years, but he still hasn't looked comfortable, in my opinion. He hasn't looked like he's really got his feet back underneath him. I could definitely make the case for the Blazers at home. The Warriors, we know, far less effective on the road.
That's right, no doubt about that. And of course, you know, sometimes the home crowd gets behind teams like this, right? After they trade away and they've got, like you said, that cast, they'll get behind these guys.
Oh yeah, you know, you don't want to call them underdogs or anything like that, but you know, these fans, a lot of these fans, I mean, realistically, there's no other, you know, professional Big Four sports team in Oregon, so a lot of these fans tend to rally around the Blazers, and they're not going to give up on their team. They know the situation the team was in, so yeah, I think that the fans can definitely help push behind the Blazers tonight.
Trailblazers plus 10.5 against the Warriors. This one will have a start time of 10 Eastern Time, NBA League Pass channel. Guys, check out Pig Dawgz Premium. I have a 3-pack, my best of college hoops going right now on the board. You can get on board with my 3, 7, and 30 L Sports Pass, part of the 2-for-1 cap promotion. You can match me with Chris, with James Clark, with Big Al McMordie, with Millz, as well as the guys you heard today, like Alex Smart, Tony Brown, Al Ninos, and Brian Bittler as well. 2-for-1 cap promotion, your best value there at Pig Dawgz. Let's continue on here with the show. Now it's time for the recap. Stay tuned for the recap. We're going to recap all the picks. We got added picks for you because we made our like goal over 217. Thanks everyone for that. So let's get right to the recap. Of course, we got the James Clark to help us out. We start with Alex. He said Maryland plus 7 against Indiana. Al McMordie says Kings plus 4 against the Nuggets. Tony Brown, Flames minus 155 against the Canucks. Al Ninos, Thunder plus 10.5 against the Suns. Millz, this is a player prop. Evan Mobley over 16.5 points. Chris, the Ducks plus 3 against UCLA. James Clark, the Hawks plus 3.5 against the Bulls. Yours truly, Trailblazers plus 10.5 against the Warriors. I only see one favorite up here, so we'll go over to Chris. Other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
Tony, it's a tough board tonight, but I got to go. Of course, I'm going to pick the one with Tony Brown with the Flames laying the minus 155. Like I said, you just got to ride that hot hand until it stops paying off.
Yeah, I had a hot hand. They needed they scored 2 goals in the last minute of that game. We were on the air when that game was going on. All right, let's go on over to James. James, other than your pick, which one do you like the best?
I gotta go with Big Al here. The Kings getting plus 4 against the Nuggets teams. It's this Nuggets teams have struggled against good guards, and Darren Fox coming against the Nuggets, and Kings getting 4. Added with Sabonis. I really like that play.
All right, and I'll go with Alex Smart with Maryland plus the 7. We got to our like goal. Let's get the picks from Chris.
All right, well, the first one we're going to go to college hoops. This one starts at 7 o'clock, so guys, make sure you get it in. You got the Bryant Bulldogs. I'm going to lay the points. Now, Bryant may be one of the better kept secrets in college hoops. Their team I made a killing with last year, but this year could be no different. Now, it's Saturday. Bryant could play Wagner for a chance to win the NEC, for a share of the first place in the NEC. But now, normally that could be a look-ahead spot, but to get to that spot where there's so much at stake, they have to beat St. Francis tonight. They have the most the most efficient offense in the NEC, putting up 78.4 points per game, 112 points per 100 possessions. The nation's leading scorer in Peter Kiss, he has almost 25 points per game this season. He scored 30-plus in 5 straight, 25 or more in 11 of 12. Bulldogs also lead the NEC in 2-point percentage, shooting 53.6% from inside the arc. And when they miss, they're grabbing offensive rebounds at a 34.1% clip this season. St. Francis, they struggle to score. They're 293rd in the country in offensive efficiency, 315th in effective field goal percentage, 312th in 2-point percentage, 289th in 3-point percentage. Bryant defends all those really well. They're top 3 in the conference in all those categories. I think this is a chance for Bryant to build some momentum and really have all the chips all the chips in the middle for the conference the conference title against Wagner on Saturday. So I got to lay the points with Bryant. And the NHL play, well, we're going to take the Columbus Blue Jackets on the money line. This line has swelled to the point where now Florida is laying minus 500 with their third-string goaltender in net. I know Florida's dominant at home. There's no denying that. Columbus, starting Jean-Francois Berube, who, if you guys watch Puckin' Crazy, I went against Columbus with Berube in net the other day, and Columbus ended up winning that game. I think he could put in another solid offensive effort tonight. Jonas Johansson, the third string goalie for the Florida Panthers, picked him up from Colorado. He's only got an .889 save percentage this year. Goals against average just under 4. You know, the way that Columbus has been playing, winning 6 of 7 coming into this game, plus 375. I'm not passing that up. So the 2 plays tonight: the Columbus Blue Jackets on the money line, and the Bryant Bulldogs laying the points.
There you go. That was Chris. Let's go over to James with his NBA player props.
Guys, I talked about earlier, talking about the Kings and the Nuggets game. The Nuggets, not being able to guard point guards. I think I could put 20 up on them. But Darren Fox, his points tonight's 24.5. I think he gets 30 tonight, guys, against the Nuggets. Like I said, these guards, they just can't guard nobody. A lot of any talent superstar guard coming in, they're putting up big numbers, and I look for Fox to do the same thing. And also, I'm going looking at the Warriors here in the Blazers game. As Chris said, Klay Thomas had a few games this season. Looks like he ain't got his legs up. I think it's about time for Klay to start being Klay. I think he's going to step up here soon. His points is 18.5. I see him getting 20, 22 tonight. That's another player prop that I really like. Eventually, his legs is going to get back to where he's at. He's going to start hitting that shot. And I think after All-Star break, which is starting today, I like Klay to get over 18 points. And here's the one that I really love, guys. I look for the Suns to win and Booker to get 30 points. With Chris Paul out, you're going to have somebody else that's going to step up. You're going to have to get Paul's 15, 20 points a game. And I look for Booker to step up and get 30 points and the Sun to win. That's if you parlay all 3 of these up, it's plus 750, so you can do that. Or the best one that I like out of all of them is the Suns to win and Booker get 30. It's plus 150. That's a good one. You can parlay them up, or like I said, bet them single. Either way, I think they all cash tonight.
All right, we got our NBA player props and our picks here from Chris. We thank everyone for their contributions here on the show, as well as the audience out there for those likes, those thumbs up. Your viewership really helps us out quite a bit. We greatly appreciate that. That'll do it for this edition of the Drive-Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow, 6 p.m. each time. We'll do it all over again. We have 8 cappers booked on the show, giving out live free sports picks for the games beginning in prime time. Don't forget, it all gets started every morning, 10 a.m. Eastern time tomorrow. Mitch with the 7 picks in 5 minutes. And of course, Joe Madden and Mitch will get together with their sports betting show at that time as well. We got a Puck and Crazy show, as well as a soccer show leading up to our show on Friday. All right, let's go ahead. Let's bring in the crew for tonight. Wait, good night, everyone. Have yourself a great night. We'll talk again tomorrow.